Hey there. So I don't typically do these types of readings for other people, but I figured since it was a hot topic and there's some public concern, might as well allow other people to see the types of readings that I do on my own. So I'm going to be doing a reading to try to get some information about those 4 University of Idaho students that were stabbed to death in their off-campus home. This is not a flowery, happy reading. I'm just trying to see what the cards can tell me about who did it, the reasons why. So I'm going to be asking for 7 cards, the first card being the underlying issue or the reason that kind of sparked this outrageous act of violence. The 7th card being the reveal of the identity of the person, and the cards 2 through 6 being the background of the situation and other factors that contributed to this result. So here we have the first card. We have the Temperance card. Card number 2, 9 of Wands. Card number 3, 8 of Swords. Card number 4, 10 of Cups. Card number 5, 7 of Cups. Card number 6, 4 of Cups. And 7, 6 of Swords. Okay, so here we've got Cups, Swords, Wands. This is the only major arcana card, and this is the Temperance card. So there's seems like focus and attention and kind of waiting for something to happen. So that's kind of like the reason. Someone was kind of trying to, had an expectation of what was going to happen and was just watching, waiting, hoping, and kind of, it seems like maybe what they were hoping for is someone to possibly end a relationship with someone else for them, because you've got here the 5 of Cups. This is about loss. You've got the 10 of Cups here. It's about family. It also could just be day-to-day living inside of their home. We have the 7 of Cups here, which is kind of about fantasies, illusions. We have the 8 of Swords, where there is a feeling of being restricted, not able to really do something. You have the 9 of Swords, or sorry, 9 of Wands here, where there is just pent up energy and just waiting and preparing and waiting and preparing. So here with the outcome, the identity, you have the 6 of Swords. And this is kind of about doing something, at least for this 6 of Swords. It's about doing something even though it's not ideally what you'd want. It's just making a move forward out of the situation that you were in. And it might kind of not be the best thing, but for this person, it seems like it was, for them, a way to get unstuck from where they were. So let's take a look at this Temperance card up here and see what kind of clarification we can get for that. We have the Six of Cups. So something from the past, maybe this is like an ex, a friend from their past. But basically it seems like they were focusing on that and really kind of building up a lot of energy around that kind of aspect of the past that they, in one of these shells is aspects of the past and the other is the present, and mixing those together, trying to have your focus and intention on the outcome for the future. So here it seems like with this Six of Cups, it's something from the past that they were trying to mix in with the present. So let's take a look here at the Five of Cups. This fell out. You have the Hanged Man. So this is kind of just waiting, just hanging around and waiting. So it seems that this person was emotionally getting, instead of seeing a perspective without their ego involved, they were seeing something from a perspective where their hope, whatever they were hoping for, they were seeing it not come about, and it was just kind of slipping away. And possibly even, maybe even told like, hey, this is not going to be the case. So let's take a look at the Ten of Cups. We have the King of Cups. There's a lot of cups here. So definitely emotions tied into this. So with the Ten of Cups and the King of Cups, it kind of indicates that there was in the house that kind of, I'm going to pull another card for this because I could look at this a couple ways. One is that there was a lot of happiness and celebration in the house, and this King of Cups is more emotional stability overall in comparison to whoever did this, or it could kind of indicate possibly drinking and partying to an extent where there's not emotional stability going on. So, well, we have the Nine of Cups. So there's a lot of, in this deck, there's a lot of funny magic things being put into these cups so that they can choose who gets the cups. It's interesting. So it kind of seems that this was like a very active celebration, possibly, drinking involved in this house. Not necessarily saying that's a reason behind what's going on, but it's a lot of happiness going on in that house. Possibly some drinking. But, I lived off campus in college, and that maybe I'm kind of projecting my life onto it. So let's take a look at the Eight of Swords over here. Have the Five of Pentacles. So it's looking at what you don't have.
Thanks for watching this edition of
looking
Tabloid Today.
at
We'll see you
what
next time.
you can't have, or what you think you can't have, or looking at the injury caused to this person as opposed to what they can do about it that is productive, or possibly looking at the reality of the situation. Let's look at the Seven of Cups here. You have the Two of Pentacles. So this is about kind of like juggling things, having different options. You know, what's interesting is that this is the Two of Pentacles occurs on a stage. To some degree, it could be an act. So perhaps someone was acting as if there was a potential like relationship that was going to develop, or a potential relationship ending, but it was more of like a possibly an act, juggling. So let's see, I'm going to clarify the Two of Pentacles. Have the King of Swords here. So the King of Swords is kind of what I'm taking as to be someone that you don't want to mess with, someone who needs things a certain way, needs things to be a certain way for them to operate. And what's interesting is from all these cards here, the only other person that is similar in physical features is this Six of Swords. So let's take a look at the Nine of Wands here. That seems to be everything. Yeah, Nine of Wands, Knight of Swords. So here it might be that there was like an attempt to really kind of wait things out, but to some degree it's almost as if there's an understanding that this person was constantly going from being slow and trying to be focused to just quickly switching and jumping into action. So let's take a look at that again. You have the Four of Cups. What's interesting about the Four of Cups is here you can see this person's holding onto a bottle. So it could be that they were drinking with somebody, and that person kind of has, when they drink, maybe they get to a point of drinking where they're not accepting reason. They're, you know, going into a different kind of character. It's almost like someone who, when they're blackout drunk or gets drunk, just fights blindly, you know, fights to the death type of thing. Someone who you can't reason with them. So let's see about the Six of Swords. Have the Two of Wands. So here, like I said, it's the Six of Swords in this deck is about taking a situation. It might not be the best. You can't wait for it to be perfect and just making a move. Here, it seems like it was like almost like a decision that they did make, though. So I'm going to pull another card for this Two of Wands, Magician. So to some degree, it seems that they were aware of what they were doing, and it was a choice that they made. So even though they might have this tendency to kind of go from like feeling like they're being attacked or feeling like they need to defend themselves if they drink too much, it's also can be looked at where this person felt they had to be in this, ready to fight, ready to defend themselves because they were just butthurt by this whole situation. And they just decided that they were going to irrationally make themselves feel better, or at least do something about it. And this is what kind of came about. So I'm probably going to do some more clarifications or more readings to get information about how this person can get caught, or the specific person in the house they were connected to. So anyway, that's what I have for you. And if this is something that you're interested in for other types of mysteries or crimes, let me know. Thanks.